What's poppin', internet? Snuph here from Dirty Earthlings with another edition of the Rapper Report Card. In this episode, we take a look at one of the South's most popular and influential rappers, Ludacris. Where will Luda rank amongst his peers? There's only one way to find out. Let's jump in and discuss. Before we jump into the grades though, let's take a quick look at the criteria. Each rapper is graded in 6 different categories: vocabulary, delivery, wordplay, beats, creativity and originality, and impact on the culture. Each category will receive a letter grade of A through F, and, just like in school, each letter has a point value attached. A's are 4 points, B's are 3, C's are 2, D's are 1, and F's get 0 points. Plus or minus grades will either add or subtract 0.5 points. So like the highest someone can get is an A+, which would be 4.5 points. Got it? At the end, we'll add up the points, divide by the 6 categories, and what we're left with is the emcees rapper GPA. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you can be notified when new report cards drop. And don't forget about our $50 gift card giveaway we'll be doing at 200 subs. Just have to like at least one video, comment on at least one video, and you must be subscribed. That's it, we'll pick someone at random for the grand prize. Ludacris was born Christopher Bridges on September 11th, 1977 in Champaign, Illinois. He rose to prominence in the early 2000s with his energetic style, witty lyrics, and charismatic stage presence. Ludacris' rap career began to take shape in the late 1990s when he joined the Atlanta-based hip-hop collective Disturbing the Peace. In 1999, he released his debut album, Incognito, independently, which gained attention in the southern hip-hop scene. However, it was his major label debut, Back for the First Time, that catapulted him to mainstream success. The album featured hits like What's Your Fantasy and Southern Hospitality, establishing Ludacris as a formidable force in rap. His follow-up albums, Word of Mouth and Chicken and Beer, further solidified his status, showcasing his clever wordplay, humor, and versatility. Ludacris continued to hit the charts with albums such as The Red Light District and Release Therapy, the latter for which he won the Grammy Award for Best Rap Album. Throughout his career, Ludacris collaborated with various artists and producers, contributing to numerous chart-topping singles. In addition to his music career, Ludacris pursued acting and quickly gained recognition for his roles in films like Crash and, of course, the Fast and Furious series. Ludacris has exhibited a dynamic and engaging use of vocabulary throughout his career that has helped define his lyrical style. One notable aspect is his adeptness at incorporating humor and clever lines into his verses, injecting a sense of wit and playfulness into his music. He used words and phrases that not a lot of rappers could get away with using, and this made listening to his songs more interactive and enjoyable. When a Ludacris song dropped, there was no telling what he would be talking about in his verse, and I think that's a testament to his outside-of-the-box thinking when it comes to presenting content to the world. Bring something different. You know, that was always the thing in hip-hop. You couldn't really sound like anyone else or you'd get made fun of relentlessly, so you had to stand out, and Luda definitely did that. His unique and charismatic style garnered respect from everyone, from the casual fan to even rap purists who they still even appreciated his approach. The only real knock against Ludacris here would just be the overall lack of depth to his rhymes. While he was funny and clever, it often lacked the deep, thought-provoking bars that some of his contemporaries were able to put together. Overall, I think he deserves a B+ for his vocabulary. He always kept us on our toes, and it was generally enjoyable to hear him rhyme, so there has to be an appreciation for that. Going B+ here. Ludacris had one of the most recognizable flows of any of the MCs out there. His cadence was always on point from a technical standpoint, and he was able to transition between different rhyme schemes with ease. At a time when a lot of rappers had a somewhat basic and straightforward style, Luda brought life and energy to his delivery, and his versatility made him palatable on various different kinds of beats. Luda's voice is also one of the most iconic that we've had. That deep, raspy but still crisp sound that he brought cut through the beats with precision, making it fairly easy to hear and understand every word. Like we talked about in the Lil Wayne and Scarface episodes, back in the day, the South got a bad rap for the belief that they didn't have as many lyrical rappers as other regions. But Ludacris is another example of how that simply wasn't true. Luda spit at a high level from a technical aspect, and there are very few flaws in his overall flow. Ultimately, I have to go with an A for delivery. Between the iconic voice and his ability to ride different beats and always be perfectly in the pocket, it has to be an A. Ludacris has been consistently praised for his clever and inventive wordplay. His ability to craft witty and memorable punchlines that really resonate with listeners was up there with the best of them. While we had to get through some filler to get there sometimes, it was usually worth it. Luda's wordplay was also marked by its clever and playful lines. This added an additional layer of entertainment when listening to him compared to a lot of other rappers. This added dimension is always a welcome one in hip-hop, so those that can be funny in their rhymes are generally appreciated for that little extra that they provide. Like we mentioned in vocabulary, there could be a lack of depth in his rhymes at times, which would be a negative in this wordplay category, but I really think the good outweighs the bad, so I can't hold that too much against him. What he did bring was unique, entertaining, funny, and ultimately appreciated. Those like myself, who didn't really listen to a lot of poppy type rap, even we can appreciate Luda's ability to rock the mic. I think I'm going with an A for wordplay. Ludacris' beats showcase an ability to navigate a variety of production styles that really complement his energetic and charismatic delivery. One of his strengths lies in his knack for choosing beats that align with the themes of his songs, creating a cohesive listening experience. Ludacris often gravitates towards up-tempo, bass-heavy instrumentals that amplify the energy of his performances and contribute to the lively atmosphere of his music. Luda has always had the ability to work with people that could help evolve his sound as well, working with some of the hottest producers over different eras as his career has gone on. This versatility is a testament to not only his ear for good music, but his skill at adapting to different musical styles and sounds. Ludacris has a lot of iconic beats as well. When you really go back and listen to all of his joints, it really hits you just how many of his beats helped shape the landscape of hip-hop at the time. His catalog wouldn't justify making him an A+ necessarily, since he did have some joints that didn't really land, but I think he's done enough to comfortably be in the A range. I think I'm going A for Luda's beats. Creativity is probably one of the most defining characteristics of Ludacris' rap career. His catchy hooks and clever and humorous lines speak to his ability to be creative over the course of a long span of time. Like we talked about before, this adds a layer of creativity to his music that not everyone is capable of achieving. Luda was kinda like Busta Rhymes when it came to his music videos. He had visuals to match his offbeat and off-kilter rhymes and delivery, and this definitely earns points for creativity. In an era when it was all too common to see just a group of dudes standing around or sitting around rapping as a music video, the different dynamics that Ludacris brought really helped him stand out and set him apart from his peers. On the flip side of all this is the fact that most of his creativity was geared mostly toward the commercial side of rap exclusively, which, it's fine, I guess, because ultimately this is a business, but that also helped create that potential lack of depth that we talked about earlier, where it's potentially choosing profit over personal artistry. It's hard for a super commercial rapper to get a lot of respect from certain segments of the hip-hop population, but Ludacris was actually able to bridge the gap between that mainstream pop segment and then the raw lyrics-focused side of the community. Not many were able to span both segments, but Ludacris was actually able to do that. Overall, I think Luda earns a B+ for his level of creativity and originality. He stood out in a sea of personalities, and the lighter and more refreshing things that he brought to rap have to be rewarded. Going with the B+. Ludacris has had a fairly significant and lasting impact on hip-hop culture. Luda played a pivotal role in elevating the prominence of Southern hip-hop, helping to diversify rap's landscape and really challenge the status quo of that traditional East and West Coast style. His energetic delivery and personality left a lasting impression on the community as a whole. Looking back at it, there really needed to be a Ludacris in the overall fabric of hip-hop, and obviously he was perfect for the part. Luda helped make it okay to laugh and smile while being a rapper. While so many were always so serious and dark, Ludacris made it alright to walk that line between being hard and having a good time. This was a really important distinction to make because partying and having fun is where it all came from. Rap kinda started to take itself too seriously there for a while, and I think Luda helped remind everyone that it was ultimately about having a good time. For all of this, plus his acting endeavors, I have to go with the B+ for his impact on the culture. Not really a Mount Rushmore figure of rap, but still a pretty important piece to the overall tapestry. B+ feels about right. Alright, so there's Ludacris's report card. If we add up his scores, he gets a total of 22.5 points, divide that by the 6 categories, and he ends up with the rapper GPA of 3.75. It's a pretty strong B+ average there. I honestly wouldn't have guessed that it would have graded out that high, but the system does really benefit those that are more lyrical, so it doesn't really surprise me too much. As always though, let me know down in the comments where I got it wrong. Please be sure to like and subscribe so you can be notified when new report cards drop. And don't forget about our $50 gift card giveaway we'll be doing at 200 subs. Just have to like at least one video, comment on at least one video, and you must be subscribed. That's it, we'll pick someone at random for the grand prize. Until next time, this has been Snuph from Dirty Earthlings with the Rapper Report Card signing out. Peace.